Hey everyone, this is Derek Bros with the Conscious Resistance Network, and today I have a solution for you. Are you sick of complaining? Are you sick of just sitting on the internet and bitching all day? Are you sick of being a keyboard warrior who does nothing but complain and cry about why the world is getting worse and people are getting more divided and the pedophiles aren't being stopped and the 5G is rolling out and the weather is getting worse due to man-made climate engineering, and the soil is getting polluted, and the water contains toxins and poisons, and all these things? Are you sick of just complaining? Are you sick of just watching the infotainment, the conspiratainment? Are you looking for a realistic solution? Have you been watching my videos maybe for months or years and wondered, well, Derek, when are you going to tell us what we can do about this? Today, that is the focus of this video, and before we get into that, I'd like to remind you guys to bookmark theconsciousresistance.com, which, as you guys can see right here, we got a fancy new upgrade on the website, got this cool little background going. We redesigned it to make it more mobile-friendly and user-friendly. You can scroll down and check it all out and see how we have it set up. I want to remind you guys to follow us on Minds, follow us on Steemit/DTube, which, by the way, I haven't updated DTube because it doesn't seem like it's working right now, so I can't do anything about that. Join our Discord channel to join the community of people who communicate and share articles, information, and research. You can sign up for our text list so you don't have to rely on YouTube, Facebook, or any other platform to tell you. I text you directly to your phone when I am releasing a new video or a new article. You can also follow us on BitChute. And if you want to support monthly, do so at patreon.com/DerekBros. Finally, sign up for our email newsletter. And if you want a free ounce of Kratom, check out this banner right here. All right, guys. So in addition to updating the Conscious Resistance website, we have also upgraded another website, which, as I said, this video is about solutions, right? Not just complaining about things on the internet, not just watching videos and complaining about how things are getting worse. You know, the whole goal, I believe, or at least for me, when I started waking up, was to make things better, to change things, to spread information, not just to complain and bitch all day. You know, I had my brief period of that when I was first waking up. This is 10 years ago now, when I was just watching Alex Jones documentaries and other documentaries, and I read some books. But nearly immediately, I felt like I had to do something. I can't just sit here and complain and watch from behind a screen. I got to get active. Now, I know some of you don't feel that way. Some of you, though, have told me, hey, man, I'm disabled and I can't get can't get involved. I can't get out in the streets. I'm not a content creator. I don't like being on camera. I don't know how to edit videos. I don't know how to do research. But I am convinced that one way or the other, you can do something. And one of those somethings that you can do is to connect with other like minds in what I call freedom cells. Now, for those who are on the YouTube channel, you can see we have a playlist here, and all these videos are on BitChute as well. They're just not conveniently located in a playlist like they do on YouTube. But freedom cells is a concept that I first learned about years ago from my friend John Bush, and I have basically taken the concept over the last 4 or 5 years and expanded upon it and promoted it through my speeches, promoted it through my books. I wrote about it in my third book, Manifesto of the Free Humans, which you can download for free on our website. I also explore it in more detail in my new book, my fifth book, How to Opt Out of the Technocratic State, which you guys can also download for free or purchase a physical copy. The answer to your problems is to band together with other individuals of like mind who care about changing the direction of the world, who understand what's going on, and who want to come together to share skills and to teach each other knowledge and to come together for mutual aid. And as you can see in this playlist here, my first video that I did years ago is What is a Freedom Cell? A very simple breakdown of the concept. Here's an interview I did with James Corbett years ago where we talk even deeper. What are freedom cells? I did freedom cells applied to peaceful parenting. I've talked about 10 tips for building a freedom cell. Freedom cells applied to immigration rates. Freedom cells in weather emergencies. We've done international conference calls with people from all around the world discussing this concept, because once I started promoting freedom cells, people in New Zealand, Australia, India, all over the U.S. started contacting me and saying, hey, we're doing freedom cells, but we call it hives or hubs or bubbles or circles or whatever. It doesn't matter. The concept is you get 7 to 9 people of like mind. You come together and you organize, and you can either focus on, well, how are we going to take care of each other during weather emergencies? I did this video after the hurricane here in Houston, and we saw examples of decentralized rescue, not relying on government, not relying on corporations, but helping ourselves. And that's the whole goal. Maybe your freedom cell is a group of parents. And so your focus is going to be raising your kids in a certain way, peaceful parenting, and sharing skills and ideas on that. Maybe you're talking about freedom cells applied to activist movements like Standing Rock. I did a video like that. I did this video organizing against violent cops, talking about freedom cells and how we might potentially push back against violent cops as a collective, as the 7 to 9 members of freedom cells. And so you can go all the way back here to my videos where I've been discussing this for years, and I've been writing about it. Some of you know, though, we did launch a website, which we call the Freedom Cell Network, but for the last year, probably over a year, the Freedom Cell Network has not worked correctly. It won't let you sign up. If you're already signed up, you can't log in. If you lost your password, it doesn't send it to you. And I've tried to work with the guy who helped build it. His name is Matthew Dowell. Thank you, Matt, for your work. This is no offense to you, but I got to move on because this concept is too big to get stuck on one person who you're too busy, and I understand that you're too busy to work on this. Matthew created coeo.cc, that's coeo.cc, that many of you are probably familiar with, and that was plugged into Max Egan's Full Circle project. I believe the Collective Evolution had their own version, and I think even Mark Passio had his own version, The Great Work, that was supposed to be connected. And the Freedom Cells website was also interconnected. But now we have launched a brand new website. It's freedomcells.org, so it's the same address that you've used before, but we are rebuilding it. And you can come here and you can get a basic understanding. Again, watch this What is a Freedom Cells video. There's a simple explanation. And if you haven't signed up before, or even if you have, I want to recommend that you go ahead and put your name and email address here and send us the info as soon as possible. We are in the process of building this website up. The whole goal, for those of you who were never able to use the website before, it's not another social network where you just go and post pictures of cats or your favorite recipes or like and follow friends. The whole goal of this website is to be able to connect in the digital world, but then connect in the real world with people. So the key part of this website, which we are currently working on launching, is that you will be able to create an account, and so you can use a fake name, use whatever you want, we don't care, but you create an account and you can put your interests, like say my interests are permaculture, my interests are learning about farming and gardening, or maybe your interests are self-defense, firearms, hand-to-hand combat, your interests are building community gardens, your interests are learning how to grow your own food, your interests are learning how to do research or how to understand history. It's a concept that can be applied in infinite amount of ways. As we say here, freedom cells are peer-to-peer groups organizing themselves in a decentralized manner with the collective goal of asserting the sovereignty of group members through peaceful resistance and the creation of alternative institutions. So this is a part of my philosophy and the strategy that I've been discussing for years that is known as counter-economics and agorism, which again, I elaborate on this in my new book, How to Opt Out of the Technocratic State, and we outline how this is the answer. This is the answer to the technocracies. We must opt out. We must form together as freedom cells, or what is known as the counter-economic community, what I call freedom cells. That's a chapter in my book. You can read that. And the website basically acts as a way for people to join digitally, to search. So you create a profile, you list your interests, whatever those interests are, whatever your skills are. We're going to make it where you can search by interests, search by skills, and the key part, the key element that I think makes this website different than others is you can search within 5 miles, 10 miles, and 50 miles of you to find other individuals near you, to find other people who have created cells or groups or circles or whatever you want to call them, so that you can not just be friends on the internet, but connect in the real world. And so those of you who have seen our recent interviews with, let me see if I can pull it up real quick, with Dave of Mindful Militants in Australia, Dave is an example of somebody who has, here you go right here, building freedom cells and mutual aid networks with mindful militants. If you haven't watched this interview, I highly recommend it because Dave is over in Australia and he is one of the first people who really took this idea on internationally. And, they're coming together, they're going on group hikes together, they're growing food together, they're doing outreach. They're really using this concept of creating decentralized groups of 7 to 9 members. And once you get to that 7 to 9 number, the goal is to create second groups. So then you end up with 2 or 3 groups spread across one town or one city, and those groups can link up for bigger projects. They can share resources, they can share skills and share ideas. And the goal is that as this parallel network and this movement grows, people around the world can use the website and use this network to support each other, because we're facing and increasing the oppressive technocratic state that is trying to social engineer our lives and force us to submit to the technocracy and force us to play their game. I believe freedom cells are at least part of the solution to that. So if you're sick of fucking bitching all the time, yes, I curse every now and then. Sorry for those of you out there who get offended. But if you're sick of bitching and just complaining or just watching the show from the sidelines, because let me just be real with you. If you're just watching the show, you're just watching YouTube channels, you go from, oh, Derek did a video, okay, Jason Burmis did a video, okay, James Corbett did a video, Truth Stream Media, Mark Passio, Max Egan, blah, blah, blah. You're just consuming content, but what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you doing anything? You need to start doing something. It doesn't matter if you're disabled, doesn't matter if you're old, doesn't matter if you're young, doesn't matter if you're fat, you're lazy. If you want to change the world, you need to start taking action, and I am trying to provide solutions. I run this YouTube channel because I think there are interesting topics that we need to expose and do research on, but at the same time, we have to focus on solutions. I don't make these videos just so we can complain all day. I make these videos because I believe we have a very slim but realistic opportunity to create a better world. And if we don't take action very soon, we are going to lose that opportunity very quickly. So again, the website is freedomcells.org. That's freedomcells, CELLS.org. Go there and sign up. I do have a list of all the emails of people who previously signed up, but just in case you were signed up before, go ahead and sign up again, and I will make sure that when we launch the new website, we'll contact everybody, and we're going to start using this website again as a way to connect people. And I really hope you guys will check this out. So if you want to learn more, check out our YouTube playlist. You can dive in. You can watch this interview with me and James Corbett. You can see all the different ways that I talk about freedom cells. And of course, I recommend you download or buy my new book, How to Opt Out of the Technocratic State, where I discuss this in detail and explain how the concept works. And you can also go back to Manifesto of the Free Humans, my third book, and learn even more about the concepts that are behind the Freedom Cell movement, the Freedom Cell Network. And that's where we're going to end it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I do have several reports coming up dealing with the coronavirus, dealing with election 2020, and my concerns around that. But you have to remember that no matter what I talk about, pedophilia, 5G, corruption in government, the lies, the war, etc., this is the solution I believe is necessary. And I'm focusing all my energy this year and beyond on building this, on getting the land that I've talked about for years to build a community that can help spread these ideas. And I want to be a part of a network of other people out there that collaborate and work together on this. So please check out Freedom Cells, check out freedomcells.org, subscribe to our channel and our website, bookmark theconsciousresistance.com. And until next time, remember, you are powerful, you are beautiful, and you are free, my friends. Don't let the doubters make you think you are not. Peace.